Hello, the internet. Good evening. How's it going? My name is Merrick Moyer. My pronouns are he, him. It looks like the audio is working. Always double checking. Could I get some audio check from everybody else?
Audio checks. Yeah.
Howdy.
That looks good. Um, cool. Hello. We're back tonight playing Supernatural, which means Katie's running the game. Yay! But before we get started, a couple of quick things. Let's see. This is following up the same characters that we did in our Supernatural Golden Falls one shot last year. So this is very exciting, very cool. Let's see. Other things. Recently released on by Modifius, A Pinch of Glamour, which is a priority mission for Achtung Cthulhu that I wrote, and you can pick it up for like $4 on their website, or it's pay what you want on DriveThruRPG. So that's pretty cool. It is inspired by a old world pub in the Sandman comics, where the character in the audio drama, voiced I believe by Will Wheaton at that point, stumbles in and kind of gets lost among a bunch of interesting and strange characters. So if you want that in your Act on Cthulhu, you should pick that up. Let's see. Green Ronin Publishing just released their PDF book for Techno Fantasy, which has a whole bunch of technology that you can add into your fantasy age games, and what do you know? We're gonna be using it. So we're gonna be using that in our next campaign. Excuse me. The Starfall Detective Agency, which kicks off Monday, January 6th. That's the date, right? Yep. That's what I got written down.
It's a day.
It is our date. So we are ideally going to be kicking that off on Moonbeam, a new streaming platform coming out pretty quick. In fact, the alpha access is supposed to be coming out December 6th or 7th. So I will be on there putting together our realm, and then a month later, hopefully, we're gonna be on it and streaming there instead of on Twitch. Pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, before we go off of Fantasy Age, keep an eye out on the Green Ronin socials for potentially a cool Thursday, where some of these people might in fact be guesting with our good friend Troy. So that should be coming up in December. Lastly, next week I'm going to be at Dragonsteel Nexus. I'm sorry. And we are going to be talking the Cosmere RPG. It was just announced today that I get to be on the big stage at the 9 p.m. panel with Johnny O'Neill, Lila Fujiwara, Lydia Swen, Katie Payne, and Ross Leiser, and the six of us are going to be talking about the Cosmere RPG, and Johnny's got like big plans and is going to show off super cool things. So if by any chance you're at Dragonsteel Nexus, drop by the Cosmere RPG panel, or just say hi if you see me wandering around on the floor. I will also be demoing games in the Brotherwise area for the RPG. I think that is all the things. So I will hand it over to Katie.
Woohoo! Okay, because we all remember exactly how to play this game. I'm looking at a certain person, but anyways. We're gonna, when you roll, you're doing your attribute and your skill. An asset can give you a bonus, and complications can give me a bonus. But playing up your complications might give you plot points. And you all start with 6 of those. You can have a maximum of 12, and you can spend them to get an extra dice before you roll. increase your number after you roll, reduce damage, and manipulate the story.
Very good.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Ooh, the pencil. Ready.
Everything
I know
will be just fine.
I'm not here to take notes for you guys. You have to take your own notes.
Can you do it anyway, though?
Tyler, get on that.
I
Oh,
have
no.
my notes.
Oh, man.
I have my hunter's journal. And my salt.
You may need both. Who knows? All right. Okay, here we go. You have once again received a call from fellow hunter Myrna Webb, who you all remember, right, from last time. She has asked you to investigate a disappearance in the small town of Renville. She would go and check it out herself, but her and her new husband, her Patcher, are off on their honeymoon hunting down a nest of vampires.
That's how they're spending their honeymoon.
Yeah, I thought she was trying to retire.
Yeah, well, now she's got like somebody, so she's not
Some
riding
guy
solo
with,
anymore.
That's nice.
Go down swinging, right?
Hunters never retire.
Not really.
I was like,
What?
Rufus did. Yeah.
Not really.
No. Rufus did until
So-
those dang Winchesters dragged him back in.
It's always those Winchesters. Anyways, they're not in this story. Sorry, guys.
What?
But I brought out
Um, Myrna has told you that she really isn't sure if there's a case here or not, but back in 1979, Myrna's dad, Gil Grimm, went to Renville to investigate a disappearance. One of the seniors from the Herondale High School had disappeared, and a few days later, a second disappearance. And then a few days after that, a third. All three victims were male, high school seniors, and members of Herondale High's football team. Other than that, there wasn't very much to go on. There were no more disappearances, so unfortunately, Gil just had to let it go. It is now 2024, and a male high school senior who is a member of the football team has disappeared. Myrna says it might just be a coincidence, but none of us really believe in coincidences, do we?
No.
So, if you guys could each introduce your character and tell us what you're doing when you get the phone call from Myrna.
I can go first. Hello, I am playing Lainey Lee, hunter influencer extraordinaire. And when I'm getting a call, I'm actually just doing some edits on some TikToks. Like I've got the YouTube episodes all good to go, so now I'm just pulling my snippets and getting like my little clips for TikTok to promote my next episode, which is on Krampus. Real or not.
Okay, thanks, Blaney. Who wants to go next?
I can go. So Lucas Jericho is at his potion shop, which is called the Apothecary. It's it's like a new age store up front with special items and equipment for hunters who need it. The shop has been getting a lot of business recently. There's a new big bestseller, highly promoted on Book Talk about witch girlies, and people just keep coming into the store and picking up jewelry and your first potion making kits. So Lucas has been pretty happy with this turn of events for himself. Yeah.
And Lucas, of course, is not on TikTok, nor can watch it because it'll break.
Yeah, he's cursed still. Still trying to figure that one out. But yeah, he is an older hunter, but had a lot of fun recently on a hunt with 3 other hunters and is looking to get back into the occasional exciting escapade when he gets the call.
Is Bert Grimmin. Bert is outside in the front of his small little log cabin with like a pair of overalls that are like unbuttoned and done like down to the waist, and he's shirtless, and is just an absolute brick shit house of an old dude, just cut steel, covered in fur. And he's chopping wood when his old school rotary telephone begins to ring, which is the only device he'll ever own that is a piece of technology.
And his trusty truck.
Well, that's not technology, that's a truck. Different.
And his gun.
He doesn't use guns,
Oh.
but he does have a very shiny axe that doesn't look like it's used for chopping wood.
Okay. And then Alan Erickson is probably the youngest member of the group. And he's very new to hunting still. He's got the one adventure that we did last time. I think so his uncle brought him into the family business. So he's got that one adventure, then he's had like a few like tag along kind of things he's gotten as favors, but they never found anything, or like they just used him for running errands, things like that. So he's kind of hoping to to get another gig going, and he's got a rusty old Jetta this time, and so he's hanging out on the side of the road somewhere, probably like trying to get it started,
Oh.
trying to get over to the next town.
And I think we all knew your uncle like different ways, right? Or at least
Yeah.
I think I knew your uncle.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
related to...
We definitely all knew Myrna.
No, we didn't know my uncle, but yeah,
I think Myrna knows his uncle.
maybe that was
someone's
it.
related to Vintern.
That's why, like, I got into the job because my uncle had put in a good word. Myrna probably thought she was getting my uncle and got me.
I do love that you're the new guy whose only experience is the thing that we all did together. So every
Yeah.
time you're trying to reference something, it only goes back to the thing that we were all there for. It's like, yeah, that is the thing we were there also too.
I also go by my last name. Yeah, I'm Erickson, because they think that it's my uncle.
That's not what we call you.
This one time on a hunt? Yeah.
You mean the one that we were there?
Yeah, I remember that one, Vintern.
Oh, Vintern.
I may have written you in as Vintern on all my notes, so.
I believe that's your name.
Legitimately forgot what your actual human being name was.
Okay, so you've decided to meet up at a local establishment before beginning your investigation. The Shady Fern Motel is located on the outskirts of Renville. As its name would suggest, it's rather dilapidated. The motel is a long white building. Each room has a red door. The closer you get to the motel, the more peeling paint you see. The motel office has a neon sign out front that should probably say open, but currently just says E.
Wow.
As you enter the front office, you don't see anyone, but you hear a rather loud snoring sound. Once you get close enough to the front desk and peer over, you can see a balding man in a plaid shirt asleep on the desk.
Ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Welcome to Shady Fern, where your business is none of our business. Our rooms rent for $9.50 an hour, and if you check in before noon, you can get the early bird rate of $8.75.
How much is it per hour?
$9.50.
Like
Well, we want, like,
$9?
a whole day.
You
Like a night.
you want to stay overnight here?
Yeah, this is going to be a really freaky foursome.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. Like $65 for overnight guests. And if you're looking for some local entertainment, Renville is home to the last pornography video rental store in the country, and we rent VHS and DVD players for $25 per hour.
Wait, I thought we were here for different stuff.
We are. It's okay.
No.
It's a joke.
I don't
So
think it's a joke.
Do you just want like one room?
I don't even know, you guys. Are we going to stay here? Like, are we just going to chat here?
Is there like one bed per room.
Yeah, Katie, was
What's
this
this
like
guy's name?
the place to the only place to stay in the town?
This is like your only option.
Oh, I was gonna ask him if there was like a nicer Airbnb or something.
Not in Renville.
Renville hasn't heard of Airbnb.
We'll take 2 rooms, you guys. You want 2 rooms, or do you just want 1? How many beds are in a room?
There's 2 beds. I guess I could get you a cot if you really don't want to share, but that's kind of abnormal.
I think 1 room will be fine.
1 room will be fine. Is that normal for 4 adults to not want to share beds?
Is this your first trip to Renville?
Yes.
People only coming here to
Actually-
fuck or something?
You know, speaking of, it's our first trip to Renville. Other than the pornography store, anything cool and local we should check out? Microbrewery?
But also,
cute
where's
donut
that-
shop?
where's that store at?
I do some on my cell phone.
What's that?
Never mind.
Cool.
The video rental store is just off Main Street, and as far as establishments, there's a diner, and they have pretty good pancakes and burgers.
There's a high school here, right? Like, what do the kids do for fun?
I mean, they
Pornography.
probably read videos, and I think they like leave Renville.
So, like, where do they go? Was there something close that's cool?
I'll lean in and be like, I don't know that this guy knows what cool things are around here. He doesn't really strike me as someone who's in the know.
Are you just jealous that you'll break the VHS player if you try to?
No, I'm trying to make him feel like he needs to show us how cool he is and tell us all the cool things that the high school kids do.
He just goes, yep, no, that guy's right. I'm not cool.
I was like, that failed.
I mean, there's lots of kids at the high school, but like, I'm not allowed to go there
That checks out.
anymore.
Shocker.
Yep.
That 100% checks out with everything I've seen
We'll
thus
take-
far.
What was your name again?
I'm Scott
We'll
Scott
take 1
Turner.
room, Scott. Thank you. Well, sorry, Scott what?
Turner.
Oh, I thought you said Scott Burger. I'm just going to call you that now.
You gotta pay
I've
extra
been
to get the
called
Scott
Word.
Burger.
I definitely thought it was going to be Scott File. Middle name Peter.
Oh. I get it.
Scott P. File.
Seriously, I bet there's a record a mile long, though.
Anyways, he hands you your key, and you can head to your room.
It's
He
like-
gave you room number 4.
Oh, good.
Thanks, Berg.
And I assume it is a physical key.
It is a physical key, and you will be paying cash.
All right.
So-
well, that was great to meet Scott Burger.
Is this every small town?
Yeah. It is. It's this, slightly different. The name changes, that's about it. So, was that like 100% a joke? Yeah.
We're all sharing 1 room.
It was 100% a joke, Bert.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. Just checking.
You know what? Good for you for checking. Joke.
I just don't want it to get like, I don't want to make signals. Just checking.
All right.
Checking where the vibe is. Last time things got a little weird.
Why don't you guys come up with a plan? I'm gonna go on my phone. And Lucas, you guys go in that corner. I will go way over in this corner.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Is there a signal here? I'm not getting
Katie,
much.
is there a signal here?
Like you'll have to use like your data, but you can
Yeah.
use your data. Like there is a cell
Yeah.
phone service.
I'll use my data.
Also,
This place
it's,
doesn't have free Wi-Fi.
do you really want your device connected to whatever Scott's connected to?
No, I don't.
Bert doesn't use a cell phone. Doesn't believe in them.
It is like earlier in the morning, like probably like 8:30 a.m. So the school's just about to open.
I just
And
want to spend. I just want to spend a little bit of time on online, like googling things about this place, looking up some like Reddit forums, see if people are talking about like where's cool, like the cool gully to hang out in, or look up any like weird TikTok videos. Just want to get an idea of like what people like teenagers might actually be doing here, or if they're going to the next town over, right? Which is really would be good to know too.
okay, you gonna roll for it?
I have investigation. Would that be good?
Sure.
Well,
I
could
also have
you
hack.
hotspot your phone? Because I don't have a plan anymore.
Good. Stay off the radar.
But I don't
A
have.
dog. So that would that be intelligence or would that be
Strength.
probably intelligence?
I think intelligence.
Our girl's not dumb.
It's not going to be super hard. It's going to have an average difficulty of like a 7 because everybody's on social media, right? All the young people. It's 2024.
Even the kids in Renville.
Even the kids in Redville.
13. Yes, that's math.
Good job. You almost
13 or
got an
14?
extraordinary success. That was so close.
You could spend 1 plot point after the fact to turn the 13 into a 14.
Yeah, I will. Heads.
Okay.
Extraordinary.
If you spend the plot point after the fact, it just adds the number of plot points.
I realized that, and I also realized flipping a coin would not tell me 1 or 2 anyways.
I got heads. I haven't attributed heads to a numerical value,
I mean,
but it is what it is, and I
depends on
think
the
it's a
coin.
6.
That one's got a 1.
I don't have that in front of me right now.
All right.
Anyways.
So you are on TikTok and you're scrolling and you're typing in Renville and you see the Herondale High football team is everywhere over social media and they are at practice and they're hanging out under the bleachers and they're hanging out at the high school basketball court and then they're at Joey's Diner. They're pretty tame. Occasionally they're tailgating in the high school parking lot.
I just had the best idea.
Kill all the kids.
I took hack. I now hack. Why don't I hack the 3 of us as like subs for the day? And Vintern, you as a student, you're gonna jump street this.
I thought you were going to try and suggest that we all go as students.
No.
I was like, I don't think that's going to work very
How
well.
do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah.
Just Alan.
It's me. I'm also 17. I clearly have a fully gray beard and am not a child.
I will. Is that okay? Is everyone cool with that plan?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
I will spend. Go ahead.
I could be a chemistry teacher.
I'll turn my hat backwards.
I will spend 4 plot points on this hack roll.
Wow. Just blasting
Okay.
points.
So your plot points, you can buy additional dice.
Yes. So spending
With
4,
them.
I'm buying a D8, and the minimum I can get in that D8 is 4.
Okay.
Because that's how plot points work.
For those who
I
are
miss-
unaware.
This is gonna be tough. Like this is gonna be formidable. Cause you gotta like there's firewalls, like the school system.
In
In
Renville.
Renfield.
Okay, but like there's a difference between like hacking the school system and like going and talking to the administrators.
Okay, how
hacking
much
the
is
school
a
system
formidable?
Formidable's a 15.
Okay, well I'm rolling 3 D8s and I just rolled a 7, so I'll roll 2 more.
Go for it.
Whoa.
Second roll was an 8, so I'm already there. Here's my third roll, and this is my plot
Minimum
point,
4.
guys. 7. Oh, I want fire.
That's a
Is that 7,
extraordinary
7, 8?
success. It's 22, right?
That is extraordinary.
Incredible.
All right. So you are able to register Vintern the intern for class.
I
And you
do
can.
register you as Vintern. That is your student name. I'm so
I like
sorry.
it.
You're typing it in, and you're like, oh shit.
And then you can see that currently there's only one substitute position open at Herondale High School for the day. But
Or what kind
you
of
can
position?
take it.
Yeah, what position is it?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It's
Who
just
wants to be teacher today?
I mean, if it's a gym teacher,
Lucas, you're up. Bert's saying no.
yeah, okay, I could be a teacher.
What do you? I'm sorry, Vintern. Alan, what do you want your name to be as a student?
Oh, I can be Vintern. I'm happy to just be
Perfect.
part of the crew again.
Lucas, what do you want your teacher name to be?
So excited. Jericho Lucas.
Jericho Lucas. It'll be Mr. Bueller.
What about Mubstitute? The substitute.
Must.
It's Mr. Bueller.
They won't get that reference, so no problem.
Exactly.
Literally won't even know a reference is happening.
Yep. It's the best part of Supernatural,
All
right?
right.
All right, Bert, and then do you and I want to try to smooth talk our way into school a different way, or do we want to go do something else?
If at any point I can avoid being near a school, that'd be cool.
Do you
I
also
mean, you
have
could
one
always-
of those records?
No, I just hate kids. They're so
I mean-
fucking sticky and loud.
I was thinking we go to the diner that they all go to, but I feel
like
like
that.
the universe has another idea, maybe.
Well, I'm just saying that you could go to the office and talk to like the principal and stuff. You don't have to talk to the children.
Catie, first of all, this is ridiculous. You just scheduled a game that was exclusively based around stuff that you know incredibly well. And I think that's disgusting.
We can talk to the principal. Let's say, oh, Bert, I got it. Ready? You ready for this?
Oh, I know what it's going to be.
I have no idea.
Do you know?
But no.
Oh, I'm excited. We'll see. We're going to be from a Scared Straight program, and we're here to sell that to them. We want to learn about their students.
I thought you were going to pretend to be my parents.
I mean, we could be your parent, sure. Bert, you want to be his daddy?
No.
And so, Jen, you were what, 5?
I know.
Yes. I'm like 60.
Yeah, I'm not that much older than Vinter, but I took disguise. I could do makeup. I could
You
look.
could do a
Well,
Wang
also,
Fire thing.
You
yeah.
could just be my new wife and Vintern's stepmom who just assumes the
No one's
mom
gonna believe
role.
No one's gonna believe you pulled this.
Yeah, that's probably the
Well.
most unbelievable part.
They're all
Just
going to
one.
assume that, and they're right.
No, it's true. You got money. It's fine.
Money. I ain't got money.
Also,
Some-
who has money bringing their kid into Renville?
Yeah, hey, we've just moved to this town.
No, I love that story. Can we go with that? I'll be your trophy wife, and Alan can be my barely younger than me teenage
Yeah.
stepson.
Like, this is so embarrassing.
Who you just
Maybe you're
you insist that he calls you mom.
Of course.
Also,
I
hello.
married his dad.
Also, hello to Malaloki, who showed up and said that he can confirm kids are definitely sticky and loud.
Yeah. It's accurate. I've seen a few of them. Also, I am the worst person to try and interact with people.
I'm the best, so we'll be good together.
Cool.
I'm walking to the school.
But hold on, did
Okay.
you put your clothes on?
I mean, I'm wearing like a sweater vest and a coat over it.
I immediately pictured sweater vest.
Yeah.
you're probably
As soon as it was-
overdressed.
Like, I've got to take off like a couple of bracelets and rings and necklaces, and I'm like, slim down to just a couple.
Catie.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have the flaw. Thanks, it is Patrick. But I've got the flaw memorable D4 because I am an influencer. So is it okay if I just roll a quick disguise roll to see if I could like come up with a great sugar mama outfit?
I think you mean sugar
Sure.
baby.
That's right, sugar baby. You're right. I'm a sugar baby. Sweet. Because I took disguise specifically to disguise myself. Oh, like 9.
Not quite. You're aiming for an 11.
Okay. That's
You
okay.
just put
I'm
a
sure
hat
no
on.
But I mean, what are the chances that like somebody in Renville watches you on TikTok?
Definitely, I'm pretty okay. There's gonna be that one weirdo kid who does probably.
Does it
Was Krampus real?
Toro
I haven't watched part 3 yet.
around?
And then we just throw that kid in a locker.
No, we say kid. What do you know?
Okay, are we heading to school?
I'm walking to the school. I am not going to arrive with them.
That's fair. Teachers
Good
should probably get there a few minutes before school day starts. Okay,
Are we gonna walk
Herondale
Intern
High.
to school?
Yes.
We're not driving.
Do you want him to make any friends?
No. I mean, he can make friends if he wants, but
Could
I
you
don't-
guys like drop me off like a block away? Let me walk by myself.
Look, young man, this might be your last year of school, and I won't have you disrespecting me or your mother. We're gonna go to school together, and you're gonna graduate and make us all proud.
Okay, I'll do you proud.
And I put my hand on his shoulder. You're my son, and I love you.
I feel like I could be.
But also remember, there are monsters killing teens here. So you gotta really focus on that part of it. Don't get caught up in the social aspect of being back in high school.
Wait,
unless you get on the
am I
football
the
team.
am I gonna be the bait?
No, it's only killing football
Ooh.
players, so you're good.
Get on the football team.
You're
In a
completely
day.
fine and in no danger whatsoever
Okay,
of ever being attacked.
I can do it.
Bert, you get a plot point.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Herondale High. A large red brick building lined with windows. The windows are all covered in bars. To keep the vandals out or students in? Or maybe a bit of both? The current principal of Herondale High was asked to remove the bars by the parent council and said that they had been on the bar's windows since he went to the school and were part of Herondale's charm and character. He said the same thing about the lead paint linoleum floor and Mrs. Reigert, the lunch lady.
That's the killer right there.
Yep, we'll
I
write
like
it down.
Mrs. Reigert.
Mrs. Reigert. Investigate Mrs. Reigert.
All right, you're going in first, Lucas.
Yeah, I'll pop in to the front office and kind of like buzz myself in and everything, and look like I'm rushing in and say, "Hi, sorry, I'm Mr. Bueller. I believe there was a substitute position that I needed to cover today. I'm sorry I'm late."
All right. As you approach the main desk in the front office, you notice two things.
Mm.
The first being the strong smell of mint from a bowl on the desk. The second is it's instead of the face of the admin assistant behind the desk, you see a bright turquoise green book entitled A Court of Mist and Fury. The nameplate to the left of the book you're staring at says Mrs. Sprink.
Mm. So I say that, and then I kind of pull up quick and say, "Oh, that's a good one." And I grab a mint.
Mrs. Sprink is a woman in her mid-50s who looks like something out of the 50s. She has her hair up in a large, tall bun that almost resembles a beehive. She is wearing a short-sleeved, high-collar gray dress. Her acrylic nails are very long, and they are painted the same turquoise shade as her book. And if you look closely, you can see that the nails of her ring fingers have bat wings painted on them.
I've had batwing nails.
This is
I
ridiculous.
love her.
Oh, don't want to play games with you guys anymore.
No, I immediately assume that she is a harpy, Patrick. She's definitely going to claw us to death.
So she looks up and she says, "You are almost as late as the principal."
Oh, well, at least I'm not as late as the boss.
She says, "Do you remember what your assignment is?"
No, I kind of caught it real quick and just saw the location. Just rushed right over. What am I teaching today?
Okay, well, turns out we had another last minute cancellation, so you have a choice. You can teach phys ed or you can teach English literature.
Ooh, such choices. Phys ed's gonna get me closer to the football players, but I'm going to be better at teaching English literature. I don't need to be good, I'm a sub. Alright. Phys ed it is.
all internal monologue.
Yeah. I will say, do I get a whistle? I hear the whistle makes me their god.
Wow. Is that a reference?
That is a quote from Dean Winchester.
That is true. All right, she hands you the substitute folder,
Okay.
and she also digs around in her drawer and pulls out a whistle, but like, I don't think it's clean, and I wouldn't blow on it. And you can have a plot point for your reference.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Lucas. There might be another old lady you can bang this game.
I don't know. I'm terrified of her. Yeah, no, I'm terrified of her.
When you open your substitute folder, you'll find your lesson plan for the day, and you are going to be teaching the first lesson in the sexual education unit.
Nice.
All right, this game's getting freaky.
I'll definitely I'll look it over and go, So they're doing a lot of laps. I'm kidding. Enjoy your book. Okay. Where do I first time in school? Where do I go?
As you head out, you see the principal kind of rushing in. He's a tall man with like broad shoulders, a thick mustache, and he reaches out his hand to greet you.
I'll give him
He
a
says,
fist bump.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you new?"
Yeah, I'm the sub for today. Phys ed.
All right. Well, I'm Harry Renfield. I'm the principal of this fine establishment. Thank you so much for gracing our halls with your educational prowess for the day. The gymnasium is just down at the end of the hall on your left.
No problem. The blood is life, right?
What?
Sorry, nobody ever makes that joke. Not a classic literature fan. Maybe I should have gone with the English one. Did you know you have two teachers out today?
Mrs. Sprake, we have two teachers out today.
That was the only
Okay.
quote I could remember Renfield saying from Dracula.
Yeah, I don't think Harry Renfield's ever read Dracula. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Darn, we could have had a
He is a
connection.
Renfield.
He
I
did
thought you
used
were
to be on the football team when he went to high school here.
Of course.
He knows. He's in on it. Kill him.
He is. They're drinking the blood of the football players to win the big game.
That seems like a fool's errand and should have the football players drinking the blood of other people.
All right, shall we get Vintern registered so you can start teaching your class?
All right, come on, honey. Oh, you got something. You got a little something on your face right there.
Is there anyone around? Because I'll
I'm
allow it.
right in the main lobby. Like,
Okay.
So when you guys approach, you have to be buzzed in and everything, and you see that the front office is clearly decorated in a style. Lucas ran in really fast, so he didn't really look. But all the posters in the office have somewhat unifying messages on them, like "Be a good citizen," "Those who follow the rules are really cool in their school," and "What good leaders do," boasting a list of alleged leadership qualities, including walking in an orderly fashion, showing up to class on time, and being respectful to those in authority.
Seems a little
just
sound like-
communist.
Follower attributes, not leader attributes, but okay.
I'm so glad we're gonna burn this school down.
All right, so we go into the front office.
So Mrs. Sprink is still reading her book. You're gonna have to make some noise. It's like really good.
That is such a good one. Are you on your first read of it?
Oh, honey, I've read through this series 8 times. What can I do for you?
Oh my goodness. We're here to register my new son, Vintern. This
Your-
is my
your
sweet,
new
sweet
son?
hubby. My sweet hubby. His name is
Hello.
His name's Dad.
That's correct. What?
She kind of looks at you both, back and forth, and then she leans over and whispers and is like, "Is he like secretly like a Cassian or an Azrael?"
definitely an Azrael.
What?
All right, sweetheart, could you fill out this form for me? And she gives it to the intern, Eric.
I reached for it thinking she was talking to me.
She was not,
No.
because, you know, he's like old and can fill it out.
You need me to fill it out for you, son?
Yeah, sure.
Now, and sorry, your name is Mrs. Spring?
That's me.
I love that. That's a great. What's your first name?
Sally.
Sally Spring. That is a classic. That is so good. We were just wondering, like, it really matters to us that our boy is a good citizen to his school and really, participates and becomes a leader. And we'd really love to talk to the principal just a little bit to learn more about the school and how he could really step up and make his mark here.
Absolutely. I tell you what, what's your son's name?
Vintern.
Is that
It's a
his first name or his
it-
last name?
It's a family
It's-
name.
It's both.
It's his first name.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you know what, Vintern, honey, I'm going to just print you off a little schedule here. Your first class is going to be physical education. It is down the hall and to the left. And then the two of you, we can get you in to see Mr. Renfield right quick. He's just having his morning coffee.
Thank you, Mrs. Spring.
So you two just have a seat and work on those forms. And here's your schedule, Vintern. You have a good day.
All right.
Before he goes, I grab Vintern and I pull him into just a huge bear hug.
And I say to Mrs. Spring, he's
I love
such
you,
a
son.
good dad.
Let's go. Like, you guys really get into this. I mean, yeah, love you too.
You'd be good. It's tough with him growing up.
Okay, should we cut to the classroom scene?
The sex ed.
I mean, I was just gonna read out the lesson plan I wrote for you. Are you ready for it?
Perfect.
Oh, God. Can't turn it off, can you?
Hey, you know what? I have a skill. I should use it.
I 100% get it. I can't go to a public washroom without pointing out fixtures, finding replacements that we could sell. Can't turn it
All
on.
right. So the lesson objective for you is safe sex practices. Please stress to the students that the safest sex practice available to them is abstinence. Other safe sexual practices include the use of contraceptives. There is a bag of condoms tucked into your folder. You are to demonstrate their use and hand them out to the students. If you have time in your lesson, please discuss the meaning of consent with the students, and you can do this activity through examples or asking them to role play out scenarios from the Healthy Lifestyles textbook. The Healthy Lifestyles textbook scenario says, Judy is a cool teenage girl going to her first high school dance. Judy thinks Tommy is the bee's knees. Tommy has asked to drive her to the dance, but Judy knows it isn't proper for a young lady to be alone in a man's car. What should Judy do? Roleplay Judy expressing her concerns to Tommy.
Like flipping through this onto on the way to the classroom, Lucas is like, ugh, 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 and the textbook goes into a garbage bin.
I'm not here to teach these kids, but I'm about to teach these kids.
All right.
So
Yeah.
when you guys get to the gym, you'll notice that there's actually like tables and chairs set up.
Oh, so I'm
Because
not
it's
in a
supposed to be
classroom. It's in the gym.
You're in the gym.
And it's just
Yeah.
today is sex ed, and the gym teacher called out because they were like, I don't want to do it.
That's why there was no description for the job posting.
If you have sex, you will get an STD and you will die.
I guess I get there after Lucas, probably.
Also, you get to awkwardly walk into the gym. The new kid,
All the way across the gym.
just the silent walk-in.
Oh, and I've got
sex ed.
like black soled sneakers because I'm not ready to go to school really, and so I leave like every once in a while, leave a squeak and a big black mark,
That's
Alright.
rude.
but not on purpose.
How many students are there in here?
Like 20.
20 students at tables, not paying attention to me as I come up.
Except for Vintern
Pretty
at the back.
much.
Cool. So I pull out the bag of condoms and put them on the front table. I say, "Hey everybody, I am Mr. Bueller. I'm your substitute for today. I thought I was going to be here telling you to run laps, and what do you know? I get to hand out the condoms. Incredible." And I open up the bag and I go, "You, go along." And I start throwing condoms at students.
You can kind of tell the more jockey preppy guys because they are like so into this. They are up, they're standing on their tables, they're running, they're passing it back. Yeah, they're going hard.
Yeah, and it's not just boys. I'm throwing condoms to all of the people.
They have an Oprah of condoms. Very
Yeah.
nice.
And as soon as I'm out of condoms, I will say, well, I was supposed to demonstrate them on, I don't know, is there like a banana here? I'm asking this to the students and like looking around.
No.
So, anyways, you put them on. It's not like super rocket science here. But, let's talk about the important things. Abstinence. Not a good, not a good strategy to teach children. Sorry, you're not kids. You're high schoolers. Which means, of course, you probably know a lot more about this than a bunch of your teachers do at their ages. So, safe sex means protection against all of these various problems that you could be having. I'll list like a bunch out. But really, you just have to read the room, people.
So as you're telling them to read the room, and there's something happening. And I don't know if you'll notice it, but I feel like Vintern will because he's like in
I'm
the
smirking in
class.
the back, like I should
No,
be paying more
Vintern's-
attention, but I'm just laughing at.
You should have been videoing this for later.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the students are spread out in their desks, and Vintern can see something flying, and he realizes somebody's flinging a condom. A dark-haired boy with broad shoulders sporting a Letterman's jacket is targeting a girl with curly brown hair and glasses who is wearing a Led Zeppelin t-shirt. She turns around and glares at him, and you hear him whisper, but you don't know what he's saying.
Mm. So only
But
Vintern
the tone-
sees this? I don't see it?
I mean, maybe you see it. But then she turns around, and then the boy sitting next to her says, "Leave her alone, Xander." And our jockey guy says, "Nah, she likes it. She wants to hang out with a real man, don't you, sweetheart?"
Ooh.
And the girl stands
Oh.
up, and grabs her books and starts to leave the classroom. Xander and his friends start making oohing sounds, and on her way out, she kicks her foot out and takes out the leg of his chair, and he falls flat on his ass.
Nice. I will start clapping for her, and I'll say, Xander, was it? And you, the other ones who were, like, with Xander. Up. Yeah, stand up, stand up.
They stand up.
As soon as they're standing up. All right, 20 laps. Around the gym.
Are
Go.
you
Get started.
Are you serious, man? Like, you're a sub.
25?
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Your name is Xander. Cool name. Now, start running, or you get detention, and I'm guessing that means you don't get to go to the next big game or whatever.
Send me to the principal's office. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, interesting.
Shoot him.
Pretty sure he's gonna get punched.
I am going to walk over to Xander, and I am going to look him deep in the eyes and say, look, kid, you are an impressive little shit for a 17-year-old football jock. God, it must be incredible to have your confidence and your God-given arrogance. But I'll tell you right now, it means shit. Out there and right here. So, you start running the laps, or I personally make your next week hell.
I think Vintern's gonna.
I think
Slow
you-
clap.
I think you'll need to do an opposed action roll
Okay.
on that one. See if you can take it down.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, take him down? Are you fighting him?
Like a willpower roll, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Intimidate his ass.
Yeah, I definitely did play that more willpower. I should have played it more brainy. Because I'm much better at intelligence.
Use some action points.
Yeah.
Did we all take a bunch of intelligence? We're a bunch
Nope.
of nerdy.
I'm average.
Some of us took no intelligence.
Ooh.
But I can wrestle this kid.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to spend 3 of my plot points and get another d6 to roll in here.
I feel like you're overspending, but here.
I can't.
Did we catch Led Zeppelin's name?
You did not.
No. I think that was just her.
Nope.
It's Katie's self-insert.
Yeah, I didn't do great. On 3 dice.
Well, he got a 6.
Okay,
so-
well, I got a 10.
There you go. All right. He kind of stares you down, and then he starts running.
Good choice, Xander.
One day you're gonna be an adult named Sander.
And I will say, okay, everybody, let's talk about how that situation played out. I definitely bullied that kid, and that's not great. But sometimes bullies just don't get it. Now, young miss, in the excellent teacher, I'm sorry, what was your name?
I think she.
Naomi. I think
Ni-
she left. She's in the hallway.
Oh, is
Did
she gone?
leave?
Gone? I was trying to get there within quick enough time. Like, she kicks out his chair, and I want to get involved.
I feel like she's gone, but perhaps Vintern.
Yeah.
Can't
I'll say,
kill her.
Yeah.
new kid, could you go check on her, please? And now, the rest of the class.
New kid.
My name's Vintern.
Oh, good to know, new kid.
I love that we've imposed a name on him, and then in this scenario, you've imposed a lack of that name to just the title of New Kid, and he's like, come on!
And I will go into a lecture on consent and how much I hated the fact that Xander said she likes it.
And then Vintern's
Okay.
gonna run out.
It is 9 o'clock. Do we want to pause for our break?
Little break.
Never.
No, we just live at this high school now.
I feel like it's just stopped being supernatural, and it's just us. We're all teachers at a
at a small town high school.
I
I will
haven't
take
done-
up job.
I was like, I'm not a teacher.
We've insinuated ourselves. The roles are changing.
Yeah. I definitely have done 0 investigation so far. I'm just having
do
fun
love-
being a teacher.
But Lucas
You guys-
just pulled it in and was
you-
like, "This sucks. I gotta teach something."
You don't even know the name of the missing person yet.
No.
No, we don't know anything. We don't
And
know anything that's happened.
I've alienated one of the people who might be able to give us clues.
Yeah, for sure. We'll come back later to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
It's okay.
well,
I'll try out for the football team.
All right.
That's right. So you want a break? We do a break? Excellent.
You spicy?
All right. You spicing? You spice? 5-minute break? We're back. And we're teachers. Well, I'm a teacher.
I'm a father.
Welcome back to our Supernatural one-shot. I don't have that much to say. Katie, take it
All
away.
right, so Vintern, do you follow Naomi? Her name's Naomi. Out into the hallway,
Sure. Yeah.
and
Yeah, well, I'll just poke my head around, and I guess she's like sitting in the hallway, or is she?
she's kind of like leaning up against the wall, and she's looking kind of like ticked off, holding her books.
Yeah, I'll just poke around and say, "Hey, I'm Vintern, the new kid, and you look like you could use company."
She says, I'm fine. They're just a bunch of assholes anyway. You're new here? And as she says that, you notice in her stack of books, she has a copy of the Fantasy Age Core Rulebook 2nd edition. And the piece of paper sticking out of the top being used as a bookmark looks like an invoice from Green Ronin Publishing.
What is happening right now?
Product placement.
What? Is there an ad in this?
There is.
She's clearly not the evil one.
Yeah. And she used our code Hellbreakers for...
She's the big bad. This is a disguise.
Okay. Well, Vintern will notice that, and he's with it enough to be like, hey, "Is that D&D?"
No, this is like a totally different RPG. But we haven't actually started playing it yet with my group. We mainly just play D&D. But I'm trying to convince the guys that we should branch out and try something new. But I don't know. Max is pretty stuck on being a dungeon master. So.
Oh well, that sounds kind of cool. I've never played, but never got the chance.
Well, since you're new here, we have a club.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll join a club. I just want to
So
belong.
desperate for friends.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that.
We usually play like once a week. We've got like one of our spares and our lunch break on Thursdays lined up. So we can get in like an hour and a half of gaming, like here at the school. And we usually meet up in the old computer lab.
Okay, maybe I have a spare. I don't even know my schedule. But
Do you know where your next class is?
I don't know, but I hope it's not like that one.
Yeah, that substitute's kind of weird.
Yeah, you know what? That guy was giving me weird vibes. Like,
Here, let me look at your schedule and I'll give you direction.
oh, thanks.
No cap.
Naomi's a real one.
Can't wait till Vintern gets arrested for being a predator.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
we
the
discovered
Jonah
that you're
Hill
actually
from
not a
21
child.
Jump Street.
Okay, so she does point you in the direction of your next class, but it is not with her.
Okay.
Shall we?
But do
Go
you
back to
have
the
a
office.
spare on Thursdays after lunch?
Oh, do I have a spare on Thursdays? Yeah.
You do have a spare on Thursdays. You can join the D&D club.
Yes, and if I didn't, I could go ask my mom and dad to switch my schedule
You
around.
could.
We wouldn't understand, so we'd say no.
That's the devil's game.
How- no son of mine's gonna be playing no dungeons or dragons.
There's no one around. You don't have to pretend. Can you just...
Guys, it's me. Remember, we
All right.
fight monsters.
It's like, my name's actually Alan.
What?
Should we loop back around to our parents in the office about to meet the principal? Okay, so out walks Harry Renfield in his suit. He looks much more put together than the first time we saw him because he's had this morning coffee. He's always drinking coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
He's got some
Blood.
like residual trauma he's trying to work through. It's fine. It's normal. It's healthy. It's a way to cope in Renfield. Renville? Where are we? What's the name of this place?
He's Renfield
He
in
says that.
Renville.
Yeah.
Now,
Anywho,
can I quickly just double check? You said that the first thing happened in 1975 and it's now 2024?
the first one happened in 1979,
79.
and it's now
79.
it's now 2024.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Renfield comes out and he said, "Hello, I'm Harry Renfield. I am the principal of this lovely school, and I hear that you've just registered your son to join us. I hope he's a adequate student and a compliant mind."
Oh, he is so malleable, sir. But we did have a couple questions. Could we just come into your office?
Absolutely, come in and have a seat.
Can I shake his hand?
Yes.
As I shake his hand, can I like grab his forearm with my other hand? AKA roll like a little bit of a flirty roll.
Could you stop trying to fuck the principal in front of me? I'm your
I'm
husband.
trying to get information. I'm just trying to gauge him.
Okay, you want to try to
Ooh,
seduce him?
no. Do you know what I'll do? Actually, I take it back. Take it back. I'm gonna do the handshake. I'm gonna pull him in for like a kiss kiss. Because I want to A, be a little flirty, but B, I want to smell if I can smell liquor on his breath or something else.
Or cocaine up his nose.
Okay.
Or like blood. Yeah.
So you pull him in and he's like a little like, and then you definitely smell, it's like not hardcore, but like there's some Baileys in that coffee.
All right.
And then he pulls back and he goes, are you French?"
I'm from a very long French lineage, yes.
That's so culturally diverse and exactly what we like at this school. He's the worst guy. The worst.
Yeah, he's a small town principal. Duh.
Please come on in, have a seat. What are your questions? Let me know.
When I shake his hand, I squeeze like in that, like, two alpha predators, like butting heads. Who's gonna relent first?
Oh yeah. He respects that. Not only does he respect that, he goes, "Is your son built like you? Does he play football?"
No. Vinter is he's dedicated himself to other fields.
He takes after his first mom.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I
Come on
told
in.
you not to talk about her.
Oh, you're so funny, honey.
So what questions do you have?
So, our son, he's a really upstanding citizen. He likes to bring, camaraderie and very good manners to anywhere he goes. But, we are a little bit worried. We heard that some students are going missing from here. Should we be worried?
Students? There was only one student. And he'll be back soon.
It's only one guy who's probably dead.
I heard on TikTok his name was Arthur McFly and they found him brutally murdered.
Did he drive off in a DeLorean?
A what?
It's a kind of
Honey,
car.
Oh,
Let
is it?
me
Okay.
let me assure you that Derek Fallcrest is one of our best and brightest. Okay, he is our football team's quarterback and on track to receive an athletic scholarship. He has lots of friends and he's very friendly. He has a great handshake. And then Mr. Renfield reaches behind his desk to pull out a photo of the football team and he goes, "Here he is." And you can see right beside him is Xander Bellman.
We don't know.
Who?
Well, you see that, but you don't know that. That's right. Sorry.
The
Take that
viewers
away.
see it.
The viewers see the panel.
Okay, well, that's relief because there's a lot of conspiracy theorists online, and they were saying that boys went missing here, like, what was it was it the 80s, the 90s, and that like they never were found.
Ma'am, let me assure you that our Sheriff Sternspell is on the case. All right. And as far as what happened in 1979, those of us who actually lived through that horrific trauma, We don't like to talk about it, and we think it's rude when outsiders ask.
Oh no. Were you the principal then too?
Is your son good at math?
Yeah.
I attended high school here in 1979.
You play
I
on
was
the team?
proud.
Football?
Of course I did.
Yeah, them shoulders.
You see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Any other concerns I can address while you're here?
Hey, how's that video rental store?
Well, if you get the platinum membership, every third rental is free.
All right.
What kind of video? What video store, honey?
Oh, nothing.
It's a men's health video store.
Oh, that's fair. My hubby really likes to keep up his fitness. Like, look at that chest, and smack you in the chest. He's still so fit.
I am fit.
Well, thank you so
Oh.
much.
Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for coming by. Any more questions or concerns, please let me know.
Thanks, Harry. You're a peach.
As we're leaving,
Oh, go ahead.
I lean real close and I go, so that guy's definitely involved. Like to Lainey.
Oh,
Oh,
not to Harry.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
I know. It's like,
Hey, so you're involved in this?
You're killing students.
You killing students, killing like high school students to gain their power, you know?
I'll be
Typical.
like- yeah, and he gives me the ick.
Oh yeah, he's definitely what you would describe as a grade A American asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to the day that I get to punch his face for free.
I just had an idea. If I could have a seat again.
Sure.
Would the missing student's name be on my attendance list?
Yes.
Okay, so I think once I've kind of run down my spiels and maybe set the students to an open conversation about what consent is, and I'm not paying attention as much anymore. I'm going to be looking through the paperwork and see that, kind of realize, and then I'll say, hey, everybody, pay attention for a sec. I didn't take attendance. And I'll start going down the names and wait for the emptiness of, and I can't not do it. What was the missing students? It was Fallcrest. Derek Fallcrest. So I'll say, Fallcrest. Fallcrest. Fallcrest.
And another boy pipes up, not Xander, but one that's sitting beside him, and he says, "He isn't here."
Where is he?
Are you new? That's Xander. He's like, "Are you new?"
Substitute.
20 laps.
I don't like your face.
He went missing. It's been all over the local. I don't know. We don't have a news network. What do we have?
Paper.
One
Radio.
newspaper.
No.
The
shit.
grapevine.
What, he run away with a girl from the bar or something?
Nah, man. He wouldn't do that.
Is he in trouble?
Nah. He's not in trouble. Why do you keep asking all these questions? What are you, a cop?
There's a kid missing. I'm not supposed to be curious? This is the most exciting thing that's happened in this town so far. You know that
God, you sound like Riley.
Is Riley a cop?
No, she runs like the school newspaper, man. She's always asking questions about stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Can we fight these kids?
let me ask you, Xander. Should you not ask questions if this Derek Fallcrest is missing? How long has he been gone?
Couple days.
Is that usual for kids in this town? Do you just disappear for a couple of days, Xander?
No, but like, I got shit to do, man.
We need to fight these kids.
Don't worry,
Just-
they'll be vampires.
Yeah, I just need to punch this kid in the face really badly.
Send in get Vintern into a school fight.
Yeah. I'll say, okay, new class assignment. We're gonna figure out what happened to Derek Fallcrest. Okay.
Welcome to Phys Ed, where we're gonna be detectives now.
So just as you make that announcement, the like bell rings
Oh.
for like class to end.
Yeah.
But
Go get the English class.
and Xander like heads out, but the other guy that was beside him
Mm-hmm.
is still like packing up his bag and like he's also a football player. He's got the jacket, light brown messy hair. He seems like definitely calmer, more even keel, maybe easier to talk to.
All right. So as the people are all leaving, I'll come up and I'll say, but seriously, is he just like hiding out at a friend's house, or is this kid missing?
So the guy you're talking to now, his name's Tori.
Okay.
Of course it is.
This is a very CW town.
Isn't
really
it though?
is. Yeah.
Derek Fallcrest is missing.
You gave me that name.
I gave you that name?
Yeah, I texted the group chat and I was like, I need some NPC names.
Oh.
You gave it to me.
I was like, man, I love this name. I can't wait to steal it for a character.
Little did you know the tables were turned.
It's just like when I listen back to our podcast on audio, and I'm like, a funny joke here would be this, and then I say it out loud, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm in sync with my own self.
I've done those. Yeah.
So Tori said, he's like, look, Derek's a really nice guy, okay? Everybody loves him. He's a star football player. He's got lots of friends. He doesn't just disappear. Guys who have everything going for them don't just disappear. And as far as girls, like, he had a thing for Riley, but she wasn't into him as far as I could tell. The cops are looking into it. We've been told to leave it. Coach says that, like, we need to make sure that we're focusing on the game. You know, because, like, we got scholarships and stuff to worry about.
Well, and you never know. You never know what's going on inside somebody else. And if it seemed like everything was going well for him, you know, maybe the pressure was just kind of getting to him and he needed to take some time off. Was there kind of places like, you know, he'd hang out or he'd blow off steam, or was he the kind of kid who might go into drugs?
No, man. Derek was clean. He wouldn't even use protein powder. Look, he was my best friend. If something was wrong, I'd know about it. I mean, Xander's hard to talk to, but I'm pretty chill, and Derek knew that.
All right. Well, get on to your next class.
He packs up his bag and he goes.
Can I? So Xander would have left, and I probably would have come back to the classroom.
Not to your
That's
next
You could do
class, Vintern?
Yeah, but could I tail Xander for a little bit, just to?
You're
Just to
waiting
see if he
outside as Xander leaves,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I mean,
swinging behind.
sure, you can tail him. He's
Yeah.
not going to class.
Okay.
Wait, Xander might be a little disrespectful?
He might skip class?
Out?
But he needs to stay in line.
What is he,
What
American
for?
high school?
Me skip class?
So,
Why would I skip class when I could sleep through them?
Yeah, you wouldn't even be in this RPG. You'd be like,
So Xander goes out the side doors to the basketball court. Do you follow him outside?
I will follow, but try to stay like I'm tailing him in a movie because
Roll a
Alan
stealth
Intern has
check.
no real experience.
Roll a stealth.
Oh, God.
I believe it would be a covert with a specialty
Because
in stealth.
Covert.
Roll your sneaky sneak.
Okay, so how do I roll sneaky sneak?
Agility covert.
Oh, agility. There's actually a covert. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't
What's the
have
skill?
it. So I just
have
roll 1d8, and that's it, eh? I'm gonna
Throw some
spend a plot
yeah,
point.
throw some plot
Okay,
points
so
out.
if I spend 2 plot points, it
That's
gives
a
me 2
D4.
dice.
No,
You get
it
it-
gives
no.
you a D4.
4.
Okay, so 1 is a d2, 2 is a d4. Yeah, okay. I forgot d2s were things.
Look at your chart.
We call them coins.
Where's my chart?
Yes.
There it is. You did it.
All right.
So you're
okay, I'm
going to roll
spend-
against his alertness.
I hope he's not alert. Oh, I got a 9.
That's pretty good.
I
Remember
think
that
it's
your
pretty good for a d8.
Remember that your D4
Well, he got a...
Remember that your
Good.
D4 cannot roll a 1, just as a heads up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a 2 on it.
So he rolled a 4. So you're golden.
I feel it. Vintern's feeling like a ninja.
So he goes out to the parking or the basketball court, and then you can hear a young woman's voice calling, "Xander, Xander!" And you turn and see a pretty young blonde girl in a cheerleading outfit waving from across the basketball court.
What a cliche.
And he goes and he puts his arm around her waist and he drags her towards a parked car.
He drags her?
Well, you know, like, woohoo.
I'm gonna take out my phone and get some pictures. I don't have any cell
Okay,
phone
that's
data.
Great.
Probably
Alan,
super
no!
not okay.
No, but
he's not taking pictures of them doing stuff. He's taking pictures of
I'm
them going to the
investigating.
car.
well, we're gonna print these out and put them on a board with some red string later,
Okay,
right?
well, here's the thing, though. Is them going to make out or fuck in a car is not a part of our investigation.
Well, I'm new at this.
You're like,
We're not there. Vintern has his cell phone, so knock
Vintur's
yourself
taking
out.
pictures of teenagers. Vintern is not a teenager.
I mean, this town's already kind of weird, so
I mean,
probably fit right.
So that
Tyler,
makes it okay.
Tyler, how old is Vintern?
Okay, so the first one he probably would have been like fresh out of high school. So I'm pretty sure that you guys went to a bar and I couldn't go.
I remember that. You were
So
old
I've
enough.
probably, well, I don't know what age of
I don't know. Are we
drinking is in the States, right? But
are we in the States? I don't know. That's up to Catie. Where are we?
we're in Vancouver and BC, but it is the States.
Of course.
I
I actually
a lot like Vancouver.
I actually watched an episode today, and a train went by in the background of one of the episodes, and it had a big CN written on the side. I was like,
Some imports. Wow.
So are you still 18 or are you 19 now?
Probably like 18 or probably barely 18.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not
still a
that.
teenager.
You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
Still a little weird because you are out of high school, and here under false pretenses.
Okay, I
You
won't
are
have taken.
definitely
Okay,
not a
well, I wasn't
group
taking
of
a picture of them making out. I took a picture of
them
them
specifically.
before they did that. If they would have started doing that, then I would stuck out.
Then you
I
would
mean,
have
to
taken.
be fair, the gym teacher did just hand him a condom.
It's
So
true, I did.
what else do you expect him to do?
And you
Well, maybe-
specifically said, "Don't practice abstinence.
Sure did.
Go fuck."
Well, I'm gonna
I
go
think-
find Mr. Bueller and be like, "Look, it's working.
Look,
they're doing
Make a
it!
difference.
Mr.
You're getting
Bueller,
through to
they're
him."
doing it.
I'm like a new age store hunter hippie, so
You're like, nice.
Okay, that was way more of an aside than I planned. I
I'm gonna
should
keep
think through
watching
the
just in
things
case
that
they
I
get
say.
killed.
I will. Oh,
Well-
I can't text people.
Oh, you can't text.
Yes, this
people.
was
Oh,
a
you can't.
mysterious problem that we had last time, where I don't have phones. You can't use phones.
I don't have a cell phone plan. So if there's school Wi-Fi, I'm good. So you're fine.
We're so bad at making investigators. None of us can talk to anyone for multiple reasons.
Did we plan a meeting spot later in the day?
Nope.
Like,
The motel we were all sleeping in the same room. And we're just gonna hope. This is going as well as our previous investigation, by the way.
I mean, that time we only crashed awake.
I remember that. Well, I've got a hot young wife. This is already been...
Alrighty, Katie, do you have anything you want to like leave us off on before we?
I don't know. You guys are just kind of doing your own thing at this point.
Sorry, Katie. Were you were questioning whether or not we might get sidetracked?
You did.
I'm also like,
cool.
Are we getting this done in 2 sessions?
No.
Yeah, right?
There's no way.
Okay,
There's no way, Jose.
I'm looking at our clues. Our
Oh,
leads.
I know what I want to do next.
Yeah, because we got Riley, who's asking questions. Back in time, like, we still got to ask about Gil Grimm.
Who is Gil Grimm?
1979. He was
Myrna's
the
dad.
first. Sorry, who's dad?
Myrna's
Myrna's dad. So he was the hunter who was investigating this. Okay, so we don't need to ask about Gil Grimm.
Jen has a question.
Jen,
I'm not
I
Jen.
wanted to say what I wanted to do next before Merrick said it,
Go
because I
for
know
it.
who's gonna get there. I wanted to go take Bert. We're gonna go find Sternfield, the sheriff, who's investigating.
Oh yeah.
That was gonna be my next step.
What was the sheriff's
you
name?
have
I wrote down a different name.
I
Oh, that wasn't.
He cut out.
whoops,
He
sorry.
disappeared.
I know. I'm just trying to flip pages and hold buttons at the same time. It's
I have
hard.
Dern spell.
Pretty sure that's also what I have.
I have spurn wheeled. I also
It's
did try to...
it's Dern spell.
Sheriff Dern spell.
Jen, what did you write?
Sternfield.
You just took like a bunch of like pieces of words and you're like, sheriff.
Close enough.
And like we can still go and check out the bleachers, Joey's,
We gotta check out the diner.
and apparently that's Joey's, and apparently the basketball courts that the football players hang out at.
Well, that was kind of where not Derek, the other one, Xander,
Xander.
was going with his
Gotcha.
cheerleader.
Is
The
anyone
basketball
else
court,
picturing a buff version of Xander from Buffy?
I'm not even Buff. I'm just picturing Xander from Buffy. Yeah.
I'm picturing him in the hyena episode.
Yeah.
I'm picturing me punching him in the face.
I'm picturing gouging out one of his eyes.
Okay, you're getting on
Anyway.
me about taking pictures.
Yeah. I feel
That
like
happened in...
if Vintern comes back to check in with me, I'll tell him that he needs to talk to someone named Riley, who Derek had a thing for, and she's asking a lot of questions.
Okay. I'll be like, yo, Teach, what's up?
I'll say,
You're new here too. Want to hang out?
You're 18.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love how you're like a 35-year-old who doesn't know how to meet with kids as a kid.
Once you've been in the real world and you've been on a job,
You forget.
the world changes.
you forget all of it.
My past is my past.
All
I
right.
do love that your
I was
experience on
Alan.
the job was being
Now Vintern.
your experience on the job was being too young and having that be a hindrance to you the entire time.
Now I'm too experienced.
Now it's worn you down. The
Yeah.
world's gotten to you.
I think I'm gonna get a cabin in the woods. And an axe.
Actually, I got a good cabin dealer.
Is it just you? Is it that you build cabins?
Yeah, I build cabins.
But you'll like super overcharge me for it. Yeah.
I don't charge you a thing. It's our land.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's all our land.
Thank you for the game, Katie.
Thanks for playing.
It's so good to be back.
Yeah.
It is so good.
So we're back at it in 2 weeks.
For more absolutely picture perfect, spot on investigation.
Absolutely. Like, just the most...
We're just gonna go through a day of high school playing our characters to a T and not investigate.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, various things that I said at the beginning as well. If you're looking for new Octung Cthulhu, check out A Pinch of Glamour, a little priority mission that just came out. It's pay what you want on Drive-Thru RPG. Another cool new release, Techno Fantasy by Green Ronin Publishing. So if Naomi and her D&D group are getting into that, they could like mix a little bit of technology into their Fantasy Age 2nd edition.
Oh, can we set our game inside of this one?
No, we're not doing that again.
Keep your eye out on the Green Ronin socials for a schedule for a Thursday, which might be of interest to you, coming up in December. Our new campaign, the Starfall Detective Agency, kicks off January 6th on Moonbeam Alpha Access. So we'll figure out how to do that and then get it to people. Because I don't know, we're not in it yet, but we should be in it by a month.
Did Catie and I just come up with our new hand single for Starfall?
Ooh, beautiful. And last, if you are near Dragonsteel Nexus next week, you should definitely swing by and say hi, because I'll be there, wandering around, running games, and on a panel. That's it. That's all. Catie, thank you for the game.
Nice to the game, Catie.
It was
Thanks
awesome.
for playing.
Mm-hmm. Very
Can't wait to
exciting.
discover an actual problem
Yeah.
and not just teen angst.
All right. Well, good night. Good evening. Carry on, wayward sons.